Hey everybody, time for another Laugh of the Day video on Daily Laughers. I'm Dave Berman, your host, bringing you inspiration to laugh on purpose every single day. Laughing once again with Master Trainer from Melbourne, Australia, Master Trainer of Laughter Yoga, that is. It's Merv Neal. Hey Merv, thanks for laughing with me today.
How you doing? I even put on your t-shirt just especially for this.
Yes, thank you. We'll put a link for the Laughnosis training in the description for this video, but that's a bit of a separate topic for today. Today we're going to explore a phrase that just doesn't roll off my tongue because it's reversed from what we normally talk about. Usually we talk about having an evidence-based practice where people are using techniques that have been shown by research to be effective. But today we're going to talk about practice-based evidence. So what does this mean and how do we laugh around this today, Merv?
If you haven't, if you're not comfortable with it, it's because it's new to me as well, Dave. It was only about a month ago, virtually to today, because we have our conference, our monthly conference around Australia tonight, and it was a month ago that someone said practice-based evidence, and I said, you've got it wrong. It's the other way around. They go, no, haven't you heard about it? I'm going, no, I haven't. And when I did, it blew my mind, because what happened a couple of weeks ago at our conference, I helped a person through a medical situation, and I was so excited that I went to Dr. Kataria. I said, guess what? I have helped this person and solved her problems with this syndrome that she has. And he goes, that's nice, that's a story. I said, no, isn't it evidence? And he goes, no, it's just a story. And I think, so what have I got to do? I've got to do an evidence-based practice. And when this person said, no, you can do practice-based evidence, what if you had 1,000 stories just like that? What would you then do with it? And I said, well, I'd go and tell the world, and I'd look for someone to do an evidence-based practice based on that information that I had. And that's what practice-based evidence is all about. It's the gap between having a story or a one-off and having a full-blown research study that we can use right here, right now, provided we get the evidence together.
So I've heard in the past people say a story or an anecdote. They say the plural of anecdote is not evidence, right? Anecdotes, like 2 stories or 5 stories, is not sufficient. But you're saying there's got to be some amount of stories that when collected and shown that this is reliably reproducible, that this then constitutes evidence.
Well, it does, because you can't ignore the facts. So the fact of a story is just a story, or as Dr. Kataria said, it's anecdotal. So somewhere in the middle is some number where people start to sit up and listen and go, oh, hang on, it's not just one person. What? It's 1,000 people that have experienced this. You know, it starts to become a different story.
So this is how you're now looking at doing some additional research, because I know you've already done some studies. I know you have some other studies that are in the pipeline coming next year that follow more traditional scientific method for research. So now you're talking about doing research in a different manner. What's the research going to be, and how do we laugh about it in this video?
I have no idea. I haven't thought that one through. I suppose we could think of the numbers, Dave. We could think of only having one story and laugh at that if you like. I suppose we better have a laugh. Imagine if you just had one story. Then you had 10. Then you had 100 stories. Then you had this many stories. I suppose we had to have a laugh. I suppose it's just like the gradient laughter, isn't it? You laugh at this much and then all of a sudden it becomes big. I'll tell you what, I got so inspired with this one story, but if all of a sudden I had 1,000 stories, I'm not sure what that laugh would look like, but it would be bigger than this. And that's what we're actually doing at the moment. We're getting that evidence together. I've combined resources with Sebastian Gendry, who most people will be aware of, with the Laughter Online University, with his amazing talent with IT and my insights as to what I wanted to create. We've actually created the survey and it's ready to go now. I'm sure that you'll put the link in there for everybody to jump on board. Even if you are not one of the people who qualifies to fill in the survey, go and have a look at it, because this is going to be one of many surveys. And the more people that we can get people to contribute to the survey, the more we can say we were a part of this practice-based evidence, we contributed to it. And guess what? You can go and start telling those stories all around the world. And this is going to be a game changer for us when all of a sudden we have all of these stories from around the world being told around the world with a common theme of an outcome that says, yeah, we know it's not evidence-based practice, but I tell you what, you're going to have trouble arguing with these 1,000 people that says laughter is really good for you.
All right, so it's a survey. You're inviting people to provide information, but can you maybe be a little more specific about somebody's watching this video and they're maybe wondering, do I have a kind of experience that would be useful to document? Are we talking about lots and lots of examples of laughter helping to ease anxiety, depression? Like what are the kinds of categories that this is trying to accumulate stories about?
Yep, the very first one, Dave, we had to start somewhere, and the most obvious place we thought was with depression or anxiety. And certainly, there's so many people dying accidentally from overdoses of opiates, anti-anxiety, anti-depression medication. So if we could get the message across that laughter has a positive impact on reducing the reliance that people have on medication, we thought that's a really good place to start. So when you go to the link that you'll provide, you'll see that it's absolutely focused on depression or anxiety and people who have managed to reduce their reliance on their medication as a result of being involved in some sort of a laughter practice, whether it's daily laughters, laughter club, Skype laughter club, laughing alone, whatever it is.
Are you this is really making me think. I mean, in traditional scientific research, they go to such great lengths to isolate variables and to kind of control the environment in which the test is done. So how much of that is possible doing research this way?
Everything is possible and impossible all at the same time. The two research studies that we did, and I've got another one in the pipeline, as you said, and these are evidence-based research studies, proved a point. Now, as soon as you prove a point, everybody looks at it and tries to disprove that point. That's the fundamental basis of research. People try to prove something, then somebody else tries to deprove it. Say that it's not real. I'm getting lost in my words. So it doesn't matter how much you put everything into a research study, someone will still say, however. So we just had to start somewhere. So we started really, really simple, and we said, here it is, here's what we've got. We know we'll have the doubters out there, and we'll have the people who say, however. Not really interested in them. We're interested in the people that go, oh my God, really? Is that the evidence that you created and supplied? So we know that it's not perfect, but guess what? No research study ever is.
Yeah, well, I agree, no research is perfect. In research terminology, they refer to validity and reliability. So this is about, are we actually measuring what we're setting out to measure, and will these results be reproducible when other people do the exact same experiment as you? So I guess that's really what I'm curious about.
Yeah, understand totally, and these are all valid questions. The only thing I can say is, everybody go to the research study, have a look at it, the research survey, I should say, have a look at it, go through it, and then start to ask all these questions and answer all these questions. But the main thing that we're focused on, knowing the limitations of it, is getting heaps of evidence together to go out there and start making some statements. Because at the moment we have a story, and we need so much more than that if people are going to start to take us seriously. We know that this stuff is good for people. It's just a matter of saying it's really, really good for people, and here is more than just a story at an international level. And this, trust me, this will be a game changer. I just know it.
I'm very eager to see the survey. I haven't looked at it yet, and to be part of the evolution of this. And I hope that Daily Laughers can continue to be a platform to make people aware of it. I think maybe we need to invent a a research laughter exercise. We need to make up a laughter exercise that's about doing research. So
you always put me on the spot.
we adjust our glasses, you know, like a good scientist would, and then we punch in some data.
Right. I'm nearly there. Keep going.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden we find the solution. Ah!
And then we and then we get our megaphone and we get on the soapbox and we tell the world.
I suppose we could. I'll work on my megaphone for next time, but trust me, as soon as Sebastian and I get enough data to tell the world, we will be on our soapbox and we'll have our megaphone. Don't you worry about it. We'll be up there, standing up there, and we'll be telling the world.
Awesome. So thank you, Merv, for all your wonderful work. Yeah, this is really groundbreaking, and I'm grateful that you keep returning to Daily Laughers to share with our viewers. On YouTube, you can subscribe. On Facebook, be part of our community. On Patreon, make a monthly subscription so we get some financial support for what we're doing. And keep laughing with us every single day for a new Daily Laughers video. Thanks again, Merv. See you soon.
Thanks, Dave. Cheers.
Bye-bye.
All the best. Bye.